My name is Keith Barnes. I have to wear sunglasses. I have a vision problem, so I'm not doing it as I'm trying to hide anything. It's just so I can see you guys. And yeah, I know you. So um when I don't wear the sunglasses with this, I get really bad headaches. And I was wondering, has anybody got any acetaminophen that I might be able to? Okay. Okay, you guys got the joke. I only had one joke today. You guys got it. Uh All righty. So I appreciate the opportunity to come out here and talk with you guys. I also appreciate Commissioner Walter Chuck coming and supporting me as well. Um, we've asked for the commissioners to authorize a levy of 3.5 cents per $1,000 of assessed value of a property on a 5-year levy to fund our office. Our office is currently funded through the general budget. And out of that general budget, it brings about $270,000. And then we get money from the Oregon lottery of about $123,000. So it's about a total of right around $340,000 overall to run our office. And our office consists of 3 people. Myself as the County Veteran Service Officer, Caroline, who is a veteran service officer also, and Kevin, who's our admin assistant. We are all veterans, and we're all disabled veterans in our office. And that really helps connecting with other veterans. We are missing a couple aspects of the office that we could really use. One of the things that we wanted to, as well as coming up here in the next few days, we get the fiscal budget for the federal government as their fiscal year is ending, and that's going to all trickle down into the states and then to what our county funds are going to be. And we are projecting some cuts in general to our county funds. And one of the things that could happen is potentially cuts to my office. And that's what I'm trying to prevent, or what those cuts are. Oregon legislature has given an option for counties to run this levy. It's not something several counties do it. Tillamook does it. Josephine County has it on their agenda as well. They tried it last year and it didn't pass. So there's several places out there that do have the same thing. Multnomah County, I believe, has one as well. And what this will do is this will secure funding for our office for the next 5 years. It'll also give us a chance to hire either a full-time or a half-time employee to do outreach. This outreach that I'm doing today as a salaried employee is on my time. When I went and did Hands Across the Bridge this weekend, that was on my time. When I went out to Pride trivia, thank you, off my head, even though that was just a little bit of it, it was still done on my time. And I don't get a chance during the day, during the normal business day, to go out and do that outreach. Our model right now really is we want veterans just to come to us and know that we're here. And that's just not, that just doesn't work. And so we need that outreach to be able to get out there, get these veterans that are deserving of these benefits and have them come into our office. So we're asking for a little bit of an increase for our regular budget to be able to hire this person to go out and do that outreach. And the reason this office is so important, besides the fact that we are assisting veterans in helping them do this, but the VA is a very complicated machine. The VA is broken up into 3 different sections. You have the Healthcare Administration, the Benefits Administration, and the National Cemetery Administration. That VA healthcare, that's our healthcare, our VA doctor here in Lincoln City, in Lincoln County, the Portland Hospital, the Roseburg Hospital, they're all broken up into different sections. There are 8 priority groups. Depending on a whole bunch of activities, you're placed in a priority group. I'm priority group 1. I get all my healthcare. Others might be in priority group 8. Because there's 8 priority groups, but priority group 8 is also broken into 6 separate priority groups, A through G. If that seems complicated, then we throw in things like self-referrals. You can self-refer to eyeglasses, hearing, dental, PTSD clinic. Well, besides that, we also have community care. If you live out rural, you have community care. You have a combination. I use a combination. I have a VA doctor and I use community care for certain items that I can't get locally, and I don't necessarily want to travel to Portland for. So that becomes confusing. Then we've got vocational educational benefits through the healthcare administration. We also have caregiver benefits through the healthcare administration. And then we have nursing home benefits through the healthcare administration. That is all just one side of the triangle. That is very confusing. Then you got benefits. Well, benefits, that's really where we do a lot of our work, are writing claims for benefits for veterans, service-connected benefits, wartime pension. It's broken up into disability benefits, wartime pension. Disability benefits is also broken up into regional offices. Those regional offices also have appeals offices. If a claim doesn't get through, you can appeal that claim. You have to know how to do that appeal. All this stuff comes through there. Oh, and benefits also, we have debt management, we have fiduciary, all underneath those type of things. If you get overpaid, they're going to come and ask for their money back. All that's there. Cemetery, got to tell you, that's pretty easy. That's one phone call, one thing, other than the fact that sometimes they don't answer. Or they answer, tell you that they're too busy to talk to you and hang up.
Really?
Yes. And so that's all there. And what I point out from this is you need people in the community to help those veterans navigate through those things. But it's not just the veterans, dependents might have benefits available to them. Widows benefits, widows healthcare benefits, dependent benefits, educational benefits if they're under 23, or a spouse. My wife just got done getting her administrative license for education through the University of Oregon. And the VA helped pay for that program. But a lot of people don't know about these things. And so it's important to have that person there that is knowledgeable in these things, knows how to work through these systems to be able to get those veterans benefits. I got a phone call this week, Monday. I talked to her on Monday. And she goes, my husband, he's a veteran, he's a Vietnam veteran, United States Air Force, and he's being put on hospice. He's getting ready to die. What benefits does he have? Well, right now I can't get those started right now, but nobody ever got a chance to reach out to him and talk to him to get those benefits in. I said, well, I will come out and talk to you, and we can talk about his burial benefits, and we can talk about some dependent benefits or widow benefits when he passes. But I am not going to be able to, with the amount of time he's got left, to be able to get any VA benefits that he could have earned and gotten them from who knows when he could have gotten those benefits. These benefits change lives. I will tell you that 100% service-connected disabled veteran gets about $4,000 a month from the VA. And I can't tell you how many times I get to call somebody and say, hey, congratulations, you're sick enough to where the VA is going to give you $4,000 a month. And for some people, that is absolutely life-changing. If they're living off of Social Security, maybe they don't have a full pension coming in any other way, that influx of money can stabilize them. And that's important. And what we need people such as myself, such as Caroline, Kevin, Nick up in Tillamook. Boy, names just left my name there. Mary over in Douglas County. We need these people, these dedicated individuals to come and talk and reach out to those veterans so that we know how to do this. We've had some situations come up in this office that if this office wasn't here, it would be hard for them to understand how to process it. A situation a couple months ago to where we worked with a veteran to get him service connected, got his wife connected with doing home health care for him. He was in hospice for several months, and she was able to be paid to take care of him, to keep him at home and be able to help provide services for her to be able to help take care of her husband. Unfortunately, and this happens to everybody at some time in their life, they pass away. And I can't stop that. No matter how much I want to try, I can't stop that from happening. He passed away. About 3 months later, the VA came and wanted to take their money back from her. And that was a significant amount of money, a little bit shy of $100,000. And one day, middle of the night, the VA reclaimed that money. She gets a phone call from her bank saying, hey, your account's been zeroed out. You have no money. What do you want us to do? who do you turn to? Who do you turn to in that moment? You need to have somebody there that can do it. And she turned to my office, and we were able to work through the process with the VA to do this. Without my office here, more likely than not, she would have had to go to a lawyer. And you know what that would have done? That would have cost her money. And that would have probably taken a lot of time, because I don't know of very many lawyers locally. I don't know of any lawyers locally that know how to deal with the VA system. She could have gone to one of the ones that pop up on my Facebook page all the time, which would have cost her more money. My services cost her $0. And about 3 months later, 4 months later, and this took a lot of work. This took a lot of work filing paperwork with the VA, calling people. I estimated the other day that I probably made 100 calls on her behalf, connecting with our Congress affiliates, our Congressman Hoyle's office, connecting with the Secretary of the VA's office. I happened to be going to Washington, D.C. for a conference through our National Association, and was able to actually meet with the VA representatives that the congressperson, congressors, the congressors would use. I guess that's the best word. Congress members, there we go. The Congress members use, and I was able to explain the situation. I was able also to get a letter explaining the situation to the Secretary Collins of the VA. And all suddenly, in the middle of the night, just as much as they took the money out, they put the money back with no explanation. We still don't have an explanation. But that's the dedication that our office does, is that it helps them. I got a lovely phone call the other day to where I got to tell a veteran who had tried to do the claim on his own with his wife's help, and he got a check for $49,000 because we had worked through these programs. And that's that dedication that we need. We need people who can do that. My fear is we could get enclosed in another program, and they might go, oh, well, we can't afford 3 people in this office. We need to put you in HHS. And that's my boss, by the way, or one of, could put us in there, and you won't have that same support out there to be able to help these veterans. And it's important. And to give you an idea, this just from July 1st to today, I can't see, but I need light to be able to read. You got that? You had to shake it up to. There we go. So in retro payments, so when a claim is adjudicated positively, the VA pays back to the day that we filed the claim. In our office, just for these 3 months, we brought in $316,961 in retro pay. That's during a 3-month period. Thank you. Now, to give you an idea, that is almost exactly what our budget is. So in 3 months for this fiscal year, we brought in, oh, I still need that light. I got more writing here. We brought in $116,331 in new monthly claims. So that means those veterans that receive those claims, I got one more. Oh, it's on the backside. Every month, these are new claims that come into the county, and those are veterans that receive that money. And if we take a look at that, multiply that number by 12, that's $1.4 million worth of funds that will come into this county in the next calendar year, purely from our office. That's 4 times what our budget is. Thank you. My seal of approval. Your seal of approval. I remember that from the Women's Veterans Day. Right now, I think we're right about $28 million a year comes into the county through VA programs, and these are just from my office, about $28 million. If you are economics geek like I am, you know about the multiplier effect, that if I get $28 million, I'm going to spend 28 or $27,955,000. And then that's going to get spent again and again and again. And that's about 7 times that money gets spent. So that $28 million is really about over $100 million worth of economic activity to our county. And that is what we're doing with 3 individuals. I get another person out there that can do that outreach, do the sales aspect of it. That's going to bring that in and bring more people in to do that, so that I don't get phone calls saying, my husband is in hospice. What benefits does he have? Those are hard phone calls. They're really hard phone calls. Since I am a county employee, I cannot advocate for you guys to vote for the levy. I can only give information. The information is going to raise about $370,000 for the office, with the 123 that comes from the Oregon Department of Veterans Affairs through the lottery funds. It would bring our budget up to about $500,000. And that would definitely hire that outreach coordinator to be able to come out and do that. So that's what I want to put through. The VA is a complicated machine, and we need somebody out there to be able to secure and help those veterans. I know that I've already reached out with Mr. Lucky here, and we will get an appointment set up to be able to do that. So I